Thank you for joining, sir. Is there a working arrangement with Facebook on countering hate speech?
Uh, Working arrangement, yes, we do have a working arrangement, but it's still not formalized. We have been doing it from the local government elections. Uh, but one of the problems is that there is no formal definition of hate speech. What is hate speech? We have ideas about what it is. Uh, Basically, hate speech makes a member of a minority community or any community uh, feel that he doesn't belong and not welcome. So for example, when uh, Chief Minister, former Chief Minister Vigneswaran attacked a retired Commissioner General of Elections, saying that he's not a Tamil, that is not only a violation of fundamental rights, but also hate speech because it suggests that a Muslim is incapable of impartial administration in Jaffna. Uh,
Mm.
but that has to be judged by courts with judges who are better than Vigneswaran in the law. And it's the in our election laws, there is nothing against hate speech. That's another big loophole. It's not defined. So the only law is the International Convention on Civil and Political Rights, ICCPR. So we have to try under that, and our police are not used to that framing charges. How do they frame charges? Uh, so it's a very complicated thing. And to get back to your question about an arrangement, local government elections, we have a group at the Election Commission. Facebook Colombo has a group. We talk to each other, but all decisions on whether to remove a post from Facebook, all decisions are taken by the Indians in Facebook controlling Indians in Madras. So there is a time lapse. Uh, Last time there were, I think, something like 1,200 complaints passed on to India, and they removed 800. So generally there is agreement. When they agree that 800 are bad and out of the 1,200, uh, but it's not completely satisfactory because we thought that 400 of those things were hate speech, but the Indians did not agree and they let them remain.
Okay.
So
So now you mean there's no formal agreement. That means only in a verbal or mutual understanding only. Is that
yes,
okay?
correct. And also we ourselves do not have experts. So there is a Dr. Ranga Kalansurya. He and his group also monitor these speeches and let us know. And very often we feed what comes from him and his group. He's a respected academic now in the NGO sector, INGO sector. So we use his input in passing on complaints to Facebook.
Okay. Sir, and is it ethical for election commission to work with Facebook without any written agreement?
It's a risk we take based on trust. Facebook is a very highly respected organization. Many people use it and they are very careful. As we have seen, they don't just go and remove a post. But there are posts that I have seen where they say Christians are the descendants of the Portuguese, vote for a Hindu. That kind of thing is coming from Mana. Really hateful things. I don't want to even repeat what they say about Christians. But that is there, and Facebook hasn't removed them, perhaps because there has been no formal complaint. So there is also the question of speed, because reports have to come to the commission, then the commission has to look at it and pass them on to Facebook in Colombo, and then they have to pass them on to Madras, and by then the elections might be over.
Uh,
So
so 1 minute. Uh, Sir, now how seriously election commission is taking the hate speech?
we are trying our best to take it seriously, but I know that among us, among our friends, there is a lot of hate speech. We don't even notice that we are engaging in hate speech. So the whole idea is new to our society, that we can behave in a way that is offensive to other communities. For example, I have got notices from certain political parties entirely in the Sinhalese language. In my Colombo, where I live in Colombo, this is a notice. Everything in Sinhalese. That means we don't care for the Tamil vote. If you want to vote for us, so that is also an implicit hate speech. There is what is called micro racism. This would come under micro racism. For example, if three, I'm going a little off the topic, but if there are three people, two of whom speak Sinhalese and one Tamil who doesn't speak Sinhalese, and if the two Sinhalese carry on conversation entirely in Sinhalese, it's like saying the third guy doesn't matter. We don't care whether you understand or not. If you really want to be part of us, learn our language. So, I mean, he has shown the qualities of his caste. I'm sure you have heard it. I have heard it so many times, but we never think that it's wrong. That is explicit hate speech. I have seen very important, say, a school principal, when somebody complained against a teacher who assaulted a child, the principal said, "That's his caste quality. What can I do?" So you see, there has to be first a transformation within society, where we realize that a lot of hate speech is around, like Muslims. Mukkal. How many times have you heard it? I've heard it all the time. Avan Mukkal. You know what it refers to? Three quarters. Is three quarters. But we never think that we are engaging in hate speech. We think it's always the other guy who is engaging in hate speech. I think Justice Vigneswaran is a typical example. He thinks he is very sophisticated. He thinks he is part of the elite liberal society. But what comes out of his mouth is rot. So how can we educate all these people? Educating a Supreme Court justice, is very challenging thing. So even I find that there are people at the commission who engage in hate speech, but then they are very enthusiastic about Facebook and making complaints. That's because all of us, even myself, we think that we don't make mistakes. We think the mistakes are by others. So I don't know how we are going to get out of it.
Sir, recently Patrol and hashtag Generation wrote a letter. They said that inefficiency of Facebook taking down the post related to hate speech, and they pointed out from October 7 to November 13, they have reported about 828 posts about, but out of which only about 90 posts they have taken out, which is 10% of the total amount, and it took about 60 days, 2 months time to do that. What is your view on this?
I think that's a genuine criticism, but Facebook also is struggling with the conflict between hate speech and free speech. They have to promote free speech. Their Facebook is there for people to express their views, and they have to do it in a way they don't tread on free speech. Free speech is not entirely free. There are heavy restrictions. So they are also in a way new to the game, and it will take time to work out these things. May not be this election, maybe a future election where they have gained more experience. I wish things could be faster, but until we are agreed on what hate speech is, it's going to be tough.
Sir, to take your first question in your single frame, I'm again asking that question. What is the present arrangement between Election Commission and Facebook?
It's very informal. One of our assistant commissioners, Suranga Ranasinghe, I think, he has been placed in charge. For one thing, our official has to be fluent in English to understand some of these posts. Then a lot of the hate speech comes in Tamil, and they don't understand that. So translations have to be effected, and there is nothing formal. They come, complaints come, someone has to translate, then Suranga has to take action. He has to report to Colombo. Then the standards in Madras, the offices in Madras, are very tight at Facebook because they are worried about free speech. So that is the arrangement, informal. We need to formalize it at some point, but I don't think it will happen next week. Our elections will be over in a week. So we have to get more involved. We have to get more people involved.
So, what could you point out? What are the main aspects or main points within this arrangement? How do you work? What is the modus operandi of this arrangement?
It is, as I said, it's very informal. There are communications. Ranga Kalan Surya sends his reports. Our people send their reports. The chairman is an avid user of Facebook. He sends his report. And it's a slow process. So there is no modus operandi as such. We do the best job we can. I am not always in Colombo. I accept some responsibility for that. So I don't see all the reports. Actually, I haven't seen a single report. I just hear here and there that such things are going on. That's not satisfactory. In the modern era, just because I am in Jaffna, there is no reason not to report to me. This normally we get reports periodically. For these elections, we still haven't got the first report. So you can see that there are problems. We still have the commission still has not had one report on this exercise.
So you told me that this arrangement started during the local government elections in 2018. If I am
I'm
correct.
sorry, presidential elections. I might have misspoken. Presidential elections.
Sir, please
Yeah.
could you elaborate on that?
Yeah, it is. The idea came up. We contacted Facebook. A team came from Madras, and we had a meeting. I was present at that meeting, and then they had their local partners, local Facebook management team. They were also there, and it has been a, a slow chain of command, passing from one to the other, and before a decision is taken, the damage is done. Usually, the damage is done before a decision is taken to remove. The main decision we are looking for is removal of a post.
Sir, do you have any number? Is that number correct, sir? You mentioned about 1,200. What is the time frame of that?
Because we don't have a report for these elections, I believe the numbers are from the presidential election. I believe so. I'm surmising.
Okay.
Because it's after your call that I called up the officials and tried to get some statistics, and that's what I was told.
Okay.